Hi, Cancer and Cancer Rising. Here's your horoscope for September 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have a very weird and strange energy coming in, as I've been talking about for a while. Now we're coming into the fall season where September and October are going to get just as strange because we also are in eclipse season. So this month we have a lunar eclipse that's going to light up your ninth house of higher learning and education and higher meaning of life. And it's a lunar eclipse, which means endings, completions, or realizations of some kind. And then in October, we have a solar eclipse on October the 2nd. So that's going to highlight the area having to do with the fourth house here. So it has to do with home, feelings, and foundation, possibly even moving or remodeling in some way. But this month in September, what we have here is a lot of thought, a lot of processing of information and trying to figure things out, even more so than normal. This is because Mars is finally going to leave Gemini and go into your first house and into the sign of Cancer this month, which means that you'll be more motivated, or you'll feel more emotional, or you'll be doing a lot more self-reflecting. That's what happens when Mars is in the first house. Anyway, this reading is for anyone who has a sun sign in Cancer or has a rising sign in Cancer. It's a general sun sign reading in Western tropical astrology using the whole house system. It's a very general house reading or sun sign reading, because I don't have everybody's birthday, and everyone's birth chart and birthdays are different. So it has to be very general. But you'll get the gist of it. It'll still have accuracy to it. So as we begin the month, we have the sun at this time of the year going through the sign of Virgo. Now, Virgo tends to worry a little bit too much, like Cancer. Cancers and Virgos do get along well, and the energies are very similar in a different way. Virgos are, analyzing every little small detail of their lives, while Cancer is more concerned with safety and security, so they tend to worry about things that protecting themselves and their family and so on, okay? But for the most part, this is a month where you'll be revisiting the past also, because Uranus is going to go retrograde right here. It's in stationary position, joining some of these other planets that are already in retrograde. We also have Pluto backtracking into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime before it moves forward again into Aquarius and then stays in your 8th house for the next 19 years. And I'll go over that as well. So we begin the month, and it's all about relationships, partnerships, and trying to figure out some sort of connection that you have with another person. This is because Venus is now in Libra in your 4th house. So either you're beginning the month with a lot of socializing or spending time with kids, or a lot of conversation going on. We also have the new moon that's going to activate this 3rd house of communication as well. So there's a lot of activity here that is coming into the mix. All right, so let's dive in a little deeper and see what it's all about. So as we begin the month, the first day of the month, actually, Uranus has slowed down and it's in stationary position right there, and it's going backwards. It's going to start going backwards within a week. It'll be in full retrograde mode. So this is the 11th house of associations, marketing, acquaintances, organizations, groups, hopes and wishes for the future. So when a retrograde of Uranus goes backwards, you're thinking about the past a little bit more, and you're kind of thinking about people that you were connected with or things you were associated with, like clubs and memberships and stuff like that. And it's normal, it's not a personal planet, so it's a very subtle underlying retrograde. So for the next 4.5 to 5 months, this will be retrograde in this 11th house. So you may be questioning your purpose and where am I going and what do I want, and is this what I really want? The people in my life, the ones that I really want in my life. So you'll be questioning all of it. Okay, so that's normal with a retrograde in Uranus, but it also has to do with society as a whole. So if you've been watching the real news, you know that everything is changing around the world. People are protesting, governments are acting weird, people are getting a little strange. So you could see the behavior changing. It's been going on for several years. But at the same time, we also have Pluto, which retrogrades back into Capricorn for the last time. Here it is, and going into your 7th house. So you're revisiting the past once again, having to do with a relationship or a situation or a job or a sense of purpose. Now, fortunately, this retrograde is making some favorable alignments to Neptune right there at 29 degrees, and also Uranus right there at 27 degrees. Okay, so what this means is whatever decision you decide to make here, okay, there's a need for resolving. There's a need to come to terms. There's a need to realize what the relationship really was and what you experienced in there. Remember, Cancer and Cancer rising, we are just here making choices and having experiences. That's it. So when you choose to go back with someone and it's really difficult or it just didn't feel right, you may be doing it for the wrong reasons, or you feel bad about being alone, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes people come back into our lives in order to resolve issues. And believe me, this is one of the months where you need to resolve issues and move forward because of the lunar eclipse that's going to activate this part of your chart. So I would suggest not making any major decisions with people from the past and thinking that it's going to work out for the next 20 years, because it's not. Because this is the kind of energy we're working with right now. It's about cleansing, clearing, and moving on and learning our lessons. That's what's going on. Now, the new moon on the 2nd is in Virgo right there. So it's about new thinking. It's about reinventing yourself. It's about analyzing every small detail of your life. And this is part of the dynamics of this change for this month. And so Virgo, a Virgo new moon in the 3rd house is about self-expression. Maybe you're thinking about writing or speaking or doing something that involves self-expression of some kind. And so this is going to be very important for you. And so maybe, you want to write, because Cancers can be very private people. And they'll put out something that, in writing in terms of speaking in front of someone because it makes them feel more comfortable. But maybe you have to have an important conversation with someone in your life, maybe a child, an friendship or relationship of some kind. So, but over the next 2 weeks, this is going to be a very good energy for getting cleared up and fixing things and resolving matters that need to be resolved. So I say take advantage of this new moon. Now, Mars enters Cancer on the late in the night on the 4th into the 5th. Now, the motivation and drive will continue to go up with Mars in Cancer, because Mars in the 1st house is restless. It is, it's all about action. It's all about self-reflection also, because Mars represents the self. And Cancer is about emotion and feeling and anything connected to the home. And so you're going to feel much more motivated now as Mars enters Cancer. Now, Mars is going to spend the next 6 weeks in Cancer. Then it's going to go into Leo. And then it'll retrograde in December the 6th. And it'll go backwards in Leo until January the 6th. And then it goes back into Cancer again. So whatever you have going on this month, having to do with yourself or another or realization or coming to terms with some sort of change, you will revisit it again in January. So just keep that in mind. So, but right now, this is a great time to improve your physical appearance, your well-being, your energy level. And yes, the energy has been very tough on everyone. The geomagnetic storms, the solar flares, the astrology, all the craziness that's going on in the world. It's hard to get our bearing. But with Mars in the 1st house, it should help you quite a bit. My suggestion is, because you're a water sign and there'll be plenty of planets in water this month, spend some time either in the water or near the water, or get a small little fountain for your house or apartment, or take a bath, take a longer bath or shower or something along water, because Mars is in a very favorable alignment in Cancer when it comes to being a Cancer sun sign. Okay, so this favors activities around water. So I would highly suggest that. All right. Now, Mercury enters Virgo on the 9th, adding more element of thinking and processing information. And that's what Mercury in Cancer does. It likes to process information. It likes to figure things out. It likes to make things perfect. So for the next couple of weeks, Mercury will be continuing to go through your 3rd house. Just watch the temper, because this could be a little bit of irritation or frustration that something's not right or something's not working right. Whatever it is, just realize the energy is very much activating your nervous system, and it's making you a little bit more edgier than normal. So pay attention, okay? Now, when we get to this month, we have this is the big activity for the month, is the lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 17th into the 18th. And so this is going to be at 25 degrees of Pisces, and it's going to be joined by Neptune. Now, this eclipse is a lunar eclipse, which represents realizations, endings, completions, a need to move on from something, or people leaving your life in some way. It's just the way lunar eclipses work. And it's in Pisces, another water sign like yours, and it's in the 9th house. So you're coming to some sort of realization or understanding about things in your life. Maybe you've been focusing on politics, and you've been realizing politicians are nothing but prostitutes or puppets. Okay, and it's also the meaning of life, or the meaning of purpose, because this is the 9th house has to do with God. It has to do with the sense of purpose. It has to do with sort of a higher calling. So you may be coming to all kinds of realizations during this full moon, you see? But at the same time, like I said, people may be leaving your life or moving away or just not wanting to be around. It's totally normal right now because of a lunar eclipse in Pisces being joined by Neptune. Whatever you do, please do not feel sorry for yourself, because a lunar eclipse joined by Neptune could be really sorry for oneself and depressed, or not feeling up to par. So please don't take it personally. You're just feeling the energy of the eclipse. It's a very strong one, as you can see here, okay? And so it's a time for just realizing what you've experienced and getting ready to move on into a new journey or a new adventure. That's how it works, because the solar eclipse coming up in October will open up doorways, okay? Solar eclipses are doorways that open up for the next 6 months, and lunar eclipses are endings that will take 6 months to a year to, show themselves or reveal themselves. So, but it's highlighting something to do with your belief systems, traveling, exploring, learning, and just coming to some sort of realization about reality. Now, the sun enters Libra on the 22nd and 23rd, right down there. So now the focus switches back to relationships and the home and family dynamics and remodeling and beautifying. And so this is what Libra does best, the energy of Libra, and the sun in Libra is a creative time. You're one of the signs that does enjoy the home or real estate matters or anything connected to the land or doing things around the house. So this is going to give you a perfect opportunity to beautify your surroundings, to beautify the connections that you have with your friends. Now, at the same time here, we see that Venus has also gone into Scorpio in your 5th house. So maybe you're spending more time with your children. Maybe you're spending more time with a loved one. And maybe you're having some more fun, because this house is also associated with all of that. So at this point, there is quite a few planets in water. So here you have one there. We have one there. We have one there, one there. We have 4 planets in water signs. So this favors you guys. It favors you, it favors Pisces, and it favors Scorpio. So enjoy things around the water. Enjoy the emotional connection that you have with the people closest to you. Enjoy your family. Enjoy, just realizing that you're alive and you're having these experiences, you see? And so it's a time for a little bit more balance and pleasure. And last but not least, we have Mercury also entering Libra on the 26th and 27th into that 4th house. And so we're seeing, again, the dynamic of beauty, balance, relationship, fairness, justice. All of this stuff falls under this umbrella of Libra in your 4th house. So I see by the end of the month, you seem to be a little bit more at peace with yourself and what's going on in your world, and you're focusing your attention on your home or your family. Anyway, there you have it. So if you enjoy astrology and you want to learn more, please stand by for this little promotional video that I have at the end of this, presentation. And I think you might find it interesting. I have a free community, and I have an inner circle community you might enjoy. And I also have free moon readings, free mini moon readings, and free numerology moon readings. And so I think you might enjoy both of them. The links are down below. And have a great month. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hi. Thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck, because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques, such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.